Yo, welcome to a new edition of Hey Yo. I am the host of this podcast show, whatever, D. Shelton, aka Del Rico Shelton. Did you miss me? Yeah, I missed y'all too. My fault. I ain't talked to y'all in like, what, 3 weeks? 3 weeks? My fault. Got busy. You know what I mean? My schedule went haywire. Like, okay, I'm gonna do a podcast right after Super Bowl like I promised. Fortunately, it didn't happen. It's like, okay, I gotta make it up to the people. My fault. Ain't happened. Then it got to be the third week. You know what? Let me get everything squared away, clear out everything to give it to y'all. And guess what? This is now being recorded so you can see my face. That's right. You can see the face with the voice. All you actually have to do, let me go ahead and pop it up, is look up Hey Yo on YouTube. You know what I'm saying? Hey Yo with Del Rico Shelton. Okay, my bad. Hey Yo with D Shelton. Hey, then yo, about 3 exclamation points, and then with D Shelton. And guess what? You will see my face with the voice. You're still gonna check me on Spotify, Apple. Now it's not Google Podcasts no more. It's YouTube Music, iHeartRadio, and wherever you get your podcast. Format's going to also change a little bit because since I'm recording this with my face, there's really no commercial breaks per se anymore. So it's just going to be straight, no chaser, barely any transitions. If you see right now, you in my little box area where I do most of my stuff. TV in the background, got some pictures, all that other good stuff. You know what I mean? My space. My cat Stratus running around in my studio doing God knows what. You know, is whatever with her. She be tripping. I ain't even gonna lie, she be tripping. But, again, my apologies. As you can see, I'm wearing a good hoodie. Y'all see, I'm bald. I don't have hair. But nonetheless, I got some fly little hoodies. More than likely, every time you see the face, you're going to see a hoodie. Even in summertime, because I'm going to be blazing the AC like crazy. But let's get into some stuff, because we got a lot to talk about. I'm going to try and get this done within an hour. All right. First, matter of fact, let's go to this past Super Bowl. Yeah, I'm late. I'm going to give you a little quick spiel. Andy Reid can coach his ass off. Kyle Shanahan pretty much puts blame on everybody else but him. You decided not to run the ball with Christian McCaffrey. You didn't inform your team the rules of overtime, which is baffling to me because what? The overtime rules changed since the Buffalo Bills versus Kansas City Chiefs crazy playoff game a couple years ago, when everybody said it's not fair that Josh Allen and the Buffalo Bills didn't get a shot. So they changed the rules then. So you telling me after what? It was that been what, 2-3 years now? That y'all don't know? Andy Reid went over the overtime rules like crazy with the squad. So guess what happened? They were prepared. If you look at NFL films, don't show it so many times, but I want y'all to really pay attention to Patrick Mahomes' eyes when the coin toss for overtime was done. Like, they want the ball. Now, this is where, as a former ball player, coach, trainer, whatever, you know what I mean, shout out to Unique Hoops Basketball Academy, shout out to the Focus TV, shout out to my Mind on Sports, shout out to Finest Magazine, all my peoples from D, from Chris Rome, to Cardell Dudley, to my man William, to my man Raymond. Check out everybody. Unique Hoops Basketball Academy is on Instagram, Facebook. My Mind on Sports, Instagram. Finest Magazine, Instagram, LinkedIn. Also, the Focus TV, which is actually on Roku. Those are former colleagues and friends of mine. Check them out. Everything is beautiful when it comes to their content and what they cover when it comes to the Wizards. Unique Basketball Hoops deals with young kids in basketball. Whereas Focus TV, My Mind on Sports, and Finest Mag, they cover everything in the DMV area pretty much. From Capital City Go-Go to the Washington Mystics to the Wizards, everything. Check them out. Anywho, back to Mr. Shanahan. You went so far as to blame Steve Wilkes, the defense coordinator. If I recall, Steve Wilkes held Kansas City to 19 points. He held Patrick Mahomes, I'm speaking in the first half and the second half, not including overtime, I'm getting technical, to 19 goddamn points. Patrick Mahomes, Travis Kelce, and the crew. 19. You think he was going to hold off forever? You really thought he was going to be able to hold out forever? So you blame him. He's a scapegoat. You decided to take the ball in overtime, but he's the scapegoat. And me personally, I'm tired of Steve Wilkes getting the raw deal. He got 1 year at Arizona as a head coach. Then, what was it? I want to say Cliff Kingsbury became the head coach of Arizona for like 3-4 years. Then he was the interim coach for Carolina Panthers when they fired Frank Reich. And correct me if I'm wrong, not only did they play better, that technically under Steve Wilkes they had a winning record. If you didn't want this man, why you hire him as defense coordinator? Then you threw, man, the defense coordinators, went left, whatever. Yeah, they went to go and be head coach. Houston. Robert Saleh, well, he's a Jets head coach. I'm not going to say nothing bad. But ain't no way Steve Wilkes is supposed to get blamed for your fuck up. Think about this. Even in overtime, you give Patrick Mahomes 4 downs. 4. So, because he knew what he needed, because you all kicked the field goal. When Brock Purdy, when Cam Newton, that's another part that I want to get into in a sec. On a number of cases when it comes to Cam. But Brock Purdy couldn't make the plays that Patrick could. It's just a fact. Cam said game manager and game changer. Patrick Mahomes is a game changer. Brock Purdy is a game manager. Could he become a game changer? Yes. He's only his second year in the league. But when the play needed to be made, he couldn't make it. So sorry. Now, as for the whole dynamic of the 49ers, everybody's getting better. You only got 2 years left before you have to give Brock that money. Brandon Ayuk wants his money. If you don't know, he's a wide receiver, the star wide receiver, the best wide receiver, in my opinion, that San Fran has. Oh, by the way, my bad. I forgot about this. How come George Kittle only got, 1 catch for 4 yards? One of the best tight ends in football, but 1 catch for 4 yards. Okay. Cool. But Steve Wilkes is the problem. Okay. We gonna park a lot there. Depending on how the schedule comes out, I think San Francisco is still going to be a great team. But everybody in the NFC is getting better. This team up north in Green Bay, that's the youngest team that made the playoffs. I think Green Bay's collective starting lineup average is like 25 or 26 years old. Even with my beloved Cowboys. Addition to subtraction, and Jerry Jones, quote, I'm going all in. No, you're not. But we're going to talk about my Cowboys a later time. Because San Francisco, Kyle Shanahan, you blew it. 3 times now. Blew it in Atlanta. You had the same 10-point lead against Patrick Mahomes the first time. You blame Jimmy G. This time, now you putting C. Brooks as a scapegoat. Former defense coordinator now. Steve Rose doesn't have the opportunity to get a head coaching, not a head coaching job, even to become a defense coordinator because it's too late now. So you let him go after everybody got their staff. That's fucked up. But okay. It's going to come back. It's going to come back. Let me transition to my man Cam Newton. As you see, like I said, with this new format, it's not going to be any commercial breaks. Dang, I need some water too. But I'm tough this out. Unfortunately, what happened to Cam, and I'm not going to show it, 4 gentlemen at his 7-7 camp in Georgia apparently tried to jump Cam Newton. Cam Newton is 6'4" and got to be at least 250 pounds. He's still cut. Let's just say Cam won the fight. And he didn't even swing, my peeps. He didn't even swing. So you telling me you're going to spoil stuff that he was doing for the kids because you got mad. See, and Unc, a.k.a. Shannon Sharp, and Chad Ochocinco talked about this last week, and I'm gonna get on my folk on this. You don't see that happening to Eli Manning, Peyton Manning, Drew Brees, Joe Burrows, anybody that has camps. But it's cool to approach Cam and disrespect this man who is the top 1% of 1% that played this game. To get in the NFL, you got to be the best 1% of a 0.5%. Excuse me. He was an MVP. He's a Heisman Trophy winner. He's been to a Super Bowl. He won a national championship at Auburn. Again, 6'4", 250. And I'm just guessing at that. But you want to try and jump the man. What are you showing the kids? For real, what are you showing them? To disrespect? One, disrespect a man of his stature. 2, you disrespecting the man, period. You wouldn't do that to Eli or Peyton or Drew Brees. Like I said, Joe Burrow. Hell, you wouldn't even do that to Kirk Cousins if he held a camp. Why? Because Cam wears his hats and dress flamboyant, and he has his own podcast that's pretty good, 4th and 1. So it's cool. Only my folk do that, to my knowledge, because I have yet to see it on any YouTube, World Star, anything like that. The disrespect of our athletes and even people in high places has to stop by my culture. You heard what I just said. It has to stop. What are y'all doing? Fred, what the fuck are y'all doing? He's taking time out of his day for 707 to benefit the kids. He's doing that, not you. It's coming out of his pocket, not yours. But my folk tend to disrespect. I'm tired of that. You lucky Cam ain't really swing, and he could have hurt you all. He literally could have hurt you, but he didn't. Which is crazy to me. Which is asinine. It just baffles the mind of how y'all want to just do dumb shit. Now, if he says, "Fuck it, I'm not doing this for the kids anymore," what you gonna? He ain't doing this for the kids. That's why he's already said in this podcast how many kids he's helped, and some of them have gotten to the pros. Cause he said he'd been doing it for like, what he said, about 14 years. So while he was playing, he was doing it. Y'all Bamas make me sick, man. Grow up. Do better. And also, speaking of doing better, Darvin Ham. For my beloved Los Angeles Lakers. This mofo got to go. Y'all don't hear me talk about my Lakers because it hurts my heart. See, I could talk about my Cowboys because I know our problem. You hear me passionate when I talk about my Tar Heels every once in a while. Speaking of which, we whoop Duke's ass, and next week we're going to do it again in Durham. But when it comes to my Lakers, there's a standard. My favorite player of all time is Magic Johnson. And yes, the GOAT is Michael Jordan. Not LeBron James. But I'm going to get to LeBron in a sec. Darvin Ham, Saturday night. As I'm recording this, it's Sunday, March 3rd. Saturday night, my beloved Lakers played the defending NBA world champs, the Denver Nuggets. A team that somehow has my Lakers number. Even though we don't get blown out. But just somehow, in the fourth quarter, things fall apart. Well, if I'm looking, I'm going to pull this up. Y'all can't see it, but I'm going to pull it up. I pulled up the box score. And that's one thing that pisses me off. As a former ball player, did I go to the pros? No. I had the ability to walk on to the Division II school, and I chose not to. For those that think that that's horrible, the average Division II player will bust your ass. The difference between Division I and Division II is the bigs. The power forward and the center. That's the difference. Guards are guards. But I'm going to leave that alone. We'll touch on that topic when I break down the education of basketball. My Lakers, the starting five did their job. But I want you to hold one particular starter in mind with something. Anthony Davis had 17 points, 11 rebounds, 3 blocks. Rui Hachimura had 23 points, 3 rebounds, 2 assists. LeBron James, the king, 26 points, 9 assists, 4 boards. Austin Reeves, 19 points, 14 assists. D'Angelo Russell, 17 points, 3 rebounds, 3 assists. Notice I said the starting five. Because came the fourth quarter, and this is something that's been irritating me, and Laker fans all over the globe are getting tired of Darvin Ham in these rotations. He decides to bench D'Angelo Russell for the fourth quarter. He decides to bench him. Literally bench him. Except for the last minute and 30 seconds. And that is insulting to any ball player. That's mop-up duty. D'Angelo Russell has 17 points through 3 quarters. He had 13 in the first half. You know who he played? Cam Reddish. Cam Reddish got 19 minutes. 19 more than he's supposed to have, in my opinion. Cam Reddish, who was a lottery pick for, I recall, the Atlanta Hawks, who's been on, like, what, 4 teams now since he's been in the league? Now, Cam Reddish could bust my ass. My bad. This is going on his 5th year because he was drafted in 2019 again, 10th by the Atlanta Hawks. He's been on several teams. He's supposed to, quote unquote, in Darvin Ham's mind, this damn defensive stopper. And he was getting cooked by Jamal Murray. He was getting cooked by Michael Porter Jr. He was getting cooked by, I don't even know what the kid's name is, man. But he came off the bench. What's his name? Watson? Something. Cooking. But he's a defensive stopper. Peyton Watson. I had to look him up real quick. Getting cooked. Now, Joker did his thing. Joker's Joker. 35 points, 7 assists, and one beautiful ass assist to Aaron Gordon. God dang. How you going to do a tip pass that ends up to be a oop? That was just, oh my God. Joker's the best big man in basketball. They're just me. If I'm between him and Embiid, I want Joker. Joker does more shit and can't jump over a curb. You know what I mean? But back to Darvin Ham. This has been going on all year. He used to start Cam Reddish for a good majority of this year and benched Austin Reeves. The same Austin Reeves that was in the World Championships this past summer. The same Austin Reeves that we said we're going to give this man his money. Him and Rui. Oh, by the way, he didn't start Rui either. He started, at one point, Tayshaun Prince and Cam Reddish over both of them. My Lakers have been somewhat on a quiet roll since the lineup that he has that he should have been the first damn place. With Rui, Bron, D'Lo, Austin, and AD. Nah, he wants to play Cam Reddish. Now, if you're going to play anybody, I'll say, okay, Tayshaun Prince, he ain't been good this year, but damn, at least Tayshaun can hit a 3-year once in a while. Cam can't do nothing. And once again, Cam Reddish can bust my ass in ball. He busts 90% of everybody's ass in ball. But at this level, like I said when I started this podcast way back when I say a player is garbage or sucks, I'm not talking about he's sorry. I'm talking about this level. The NBA level, he's barely hanging on. There's no way he was supposed to get these minutes. None. And you see, and then another thing, that Darvin Ham, there was like a 9-0, and he refused to call timeout. His hands in his pockets. There's a meme going around forever that he has his hands in his damn pockets. Every time that the Lakers need something. Dude, call the timeout. Then you put D'Lo in with a minute, 30 seconds left. Now he's supposed to save the day. D'Lo's been one of the most, besides, quiet as kept this whole season. D'Lo has been one of the most clutch players besides LeBron for my Lakers this year. I'm being real. That was crazy to me. So I'm like, damn. And if you saw me looking down, stats running by my feet, I'm about to kick out the studio. But that was crazy. Why? It makes no sense. But that's his rotations. Jenny Buss, I don't care, man. Rob Pelinka, I don't care. When the season over with, this dude got to go. My Lakers were used to winning. Even with Kobe in his down years, it was never like this. We knew we didn't have the talent. I will openly say I am not a LeBron fan, but you are wasting LeBron's golden years. We have a better coach. I would say we probably 9 games better than what we are now. I'm talking record-wise. What are you doing? Stu gotta go. Now. Speaking of the king, congratulations. I gotta show you some love, LeBron. I don't want to. But 40,000 points, bro. 40,000 points, man. That is like superbly awesome. You're the only player in NBA history to do that. You're not the GOAT. because I believe those certain awards are longevity awards. This is one of them. But 20 plus years, you have kept your body straight, stayed out of trouble, and you deserve 40 grand. You deserve that total. You didn't cheat the game per se. I have my reservation, and one day we're gonna get in the whole LeBron thing. Congratulations, King. 40,000, the first and only player to do it. There will be more because you have given players the blueprint on how to maintain your body and everything of that nature. Congratulations, King. You did what you're supposed to do. 40 grand. Damn. It's a lot of damn points, boy. It's a lot of points. And now that we got the sports out the way, I'm going to speak on something that it pissed me off. I cannot remember the pundit's name on Fox News. But Donald Trump came out with his own sneaker. He debuted in SneakerCon. The one that everybody's showing is gold, look like high tops. As a sneakerhead, I wouldn't buy them shits. But I can understand why a collector would do it. Me, no. But the Bama said by Donald Trump getting these sneakers out, he's going to resonate with us because we like sneakers. Let me break this down to you, and for all conservatives that's listening. Yes, in the urban culture, we like sneakers. Not everybody, because that's a fallacy. We're not a monolith. I know guys that don't give a damn about Jordans. You know who buys Jordans the most though? Suburban white kids. It's been that way practically for damn well 30 years. Suburban white kids. So when you insult me and my people saying that, hey, they like sneakers, that's so fucking racist and stereotypical. But that's the Republican Party now. That's them. It's bullshit. And though Fat Joe said he doesn't support Donald Trump, he bought the shoes. My brother, understand that you just put money in his pocket for his lawyer fees. The shoes are $399. So he's using that to pay his lawyer fees as defense fund. Because he got 91 counts. He has to pay $357 million to the state of New York. He has to pay $83.3 million to the young lady that he sexually assaulted. He still got the courts in D.C. and in Georgia. Which, by the way, the court in Georgia has now became a circus since you all trying to put the lawyer on trial, Miss Fannie, AD, on trial, even though, guess what, he's on record saying, on tape saying, you got to find me 11,000 votes, which is illegal, to my knowledge. Yeah, a whole bunch of bullshit. But we're supposed to be so connected with them because of sneakers. Make it make sense. And like I said, I'm a sneakerhead. Them joints is ugly. And even if they were beautiful, I wouldn't buy them. You know why? Because it's helping his fund. And by him pretty much being broke, because he doesn't have the liquid assets to pay any of all these fines. By law, he has to pay. He's bankrupting the RNC. The young lady, I forgot her name, Let me see if I can find her name. Yeah, but she resigned. I mean, she resigned because they're broke. Casey Crosby. Let me make sure. Yep, Casey Crosby. She resigned. And Trump wants to put his, I think, daughter-in-law as the person to run the money for the RNC. For y'all conservatives that's listening and looking at me, the RNC is not just for the presidency. Just like the DNC is not just for the presidency. It's for all Republicans. Fundraising stuff like, even though fundraising for the RNC has been going down tremendously, it's for that. So now you're gonna put all your money into Trump once he's nominated, while the other people who has to run for the House of Representatives, Senate, and other things, yeah, they're gonna get the short end of the stick. Listen to me close. Conservatives. The man has destroyed your party. We got people leaving the RNC in high power positions, left or right. If I recall, five of them left or about to leave in November. Let me see if I can find that real quick, just to make sure I'm right, because I know it's at least 5 that's in high power positions that say, yeah, we out. Oh, by the way, Mitch McConnell said he's leaving in November too. So the minority leader of the Senate is gone. He's not going to be the minority leader anymore. So one of the most, I'm not going to say evil. I'm not going to say that. But yeah, he's leaving because he sees what the party has now become. You know what I mean? Besides Kevin McCarthy, of course. But this is what y'all get. Oh, here, I think I found him. I think I found it real quick. Representative Ken Buck of Colorado. Representative Carlos Jimenez of Florida. Let's see. Kathy McMorris Rogers of Washington State. Mike Gallagher, Wisconsin. And those are the people I've seen so far. They're all part of the House of Representatives, pretty much. They see the writing on the wall. The party is not the one. It's not the Ronald Reagan party anymore. It's the party of craziness, conspiracy theories. Hell, even Kevin McCarthy said when he looked at Congress and he looked at the Democratic side, he said the Democratic side looked like America, whereas the Republican side looked like a high valued country club. Go figure. The man has destroyed your party. This is your last string to keep everything. Because like I told my Republican friend, who's a black man, by the way, if Donald Trump loses, this will be the last time y'all have the presidency for like maybe 20 years. If he loses. Because there's not one Republican, besides Nikki Haley. By the way, Nikki, use your real name. If America's not a racist country, use your real name. Because that shows us that has common sense. That this is, let me see if I can find it real quick, your real name. You don't want to use your real name. Namarata Nikki Haley. Use your real name if America's not racist. I digress. Another thing I want to touch on, speaking of racist, Israel, a country that was founded, I believe Joe Biden is actually older than Israel. Him and Trump. As you see right now, like I said, I'm looking this up. And it's one thing I'm going to tell you, I'm going to look things up while I'm on with you all. And to suppose, okay, It was founded in May 14, 1948, with the backing of the United States and Europe. Here's the thing that I never understood. It is just me. Granted, I'm not denigrating a faith, but why would you want to formulate? Oh shoot! I'm about to hit my mic. Why would you want to form a country, a Jewish country, in the Middle East, where it's Muslim and Hindu? The Palestinian people have been, dare I say, been in hell for the past, definitely at least a year, since Hamas has come and pretty much waged war on Israel. You told the people to move south, and you still bombed it, to the point they're on the border of Egypt, and Egypt is not letting those people in. Problem. I've seen there has been a estimation that 29,000 men, women, and children have died because Israel keeps bombing. There was a voter protest in Michigan that 13% of Michigan, who has a very high population of Middle Eastern, especially Palestinian population there, they did a protest vote against Joe Biden because they want this to stop. Now, as far as I'm concerned, it should have been stopped. My tax dollars are going over to the Ukraine and Israel, where things need to be fixed here. For my community, for my brown community, it's just hell. I would even say poor white people. We're sending money over to Ukraine. Oh, by the way, a side note, a lot of Ukrainian refugees that went to Sri Lanka, and by reports, they're having white-only parties. Yeah, if I'm Sri Lanka, y'all getting out of my country. You're not disrespecting my country. That is me. But on the flip side, it's inhumane. The UN is saying it's inhumane. The UN. We need to convince our leaders to stop, to make sure Israel stops. Or I'm seeing a problem. There's going to be, Israel is, like I said, Israel is surrounded by Muslim countries, and they're not, and eventually, this is just, I'm hoping I'm wrong, because I don't want to see war. I hate war. It's just makes no sense. But we gotta, what I'm thinking is going to happen is there's only going to be so much people are going to take before real war breaks out. My tax dollars and America's tax dollars should not be going to fund genocide. Help? Yes. To help defend? Yes. Genocide? No. That's just the humane person I am. And I think more people are actually that way. Could be wrong. I'm hoping I'm not. We need to do better as a whole. Now, before I get up out of here, because I'm about to get ready for my wrestling. Yes, I am a wrestling fan. AEW Revolution. Sting's last match. That's the only reason why I'm watching it. But WrestleMania. Let me just give a prediction. Since The Rock is back. Night one, more than likely, is going to be Cody Rhodes, Seth Rollins versus Roman Reigns and The Rock. Here's my prediction. The Rock's going to turn on Roman Reigns night 2. If a lot of people don't know, Tama Tonga, who used to be in New Japan, is coming over to the WWE. I think he's going to be paired with the Good Brothers. But what I'm thinking is this: from what I saw on Friday Night SmackDown, this is stipulation. If Cody and Seth win, no bloodline involved. It's Cody versus Roman 1-on-1. I don't think they're gonna win because if they do win, bloodline rules. That means anything is possible, anything goes. I think Cody loses the match. Him and Seth loses that. The night 2, Rock turns on Roman somehow. Because on Friday night, Roman had Rock acknowledge him. If you know the attitude area in wrestling, WWE wrestling, this could be fun. So I'm about to bounce. I talk to y'all straight without no chaser for damn well 50 minutes, man. Just doing the quick synopsis of everything that popped off. I know there's more news and more junk. I know, shoot, the joint with, Nicki Minaj and Meg, and y'all know y'all want me to talk about that. I ain't dealing with female drama. But in the meantime, I wanted to get on some topics. Be back in the rhythm with you all. I love talking to y'all. Please like, share, subscribe to Hey Yo with D Shelton. Oh, almost forgot. My bad. They always kill me with this. This is also sponsored by Rose Sweets LLC. That's Rose Sweets LLC. The best cake pops and cupcakes in the DMV area. They are a small company in La Plata, Maryland. They do deliveries as well. You can find them at rosesweetsllc@gmail.com if you want information. You can find them at roll_sweets_LLC on Instagram and Facebook. But I'm going to bid y'all adieu. I'll holler at y'all next week. And as I say every time, may Father and ancestors take care of you, your loved ones, and anybody else that you really care about. I see y'all when I see y'all next week. I hope. Peace.